Hey everyone, it's Brian here. I'm awake, are you? And if you're awake, that's why you're watching this channel. What is this channel, by the way, you just tuned into? It's a pre-tribulation rapture channel. I believe the rapture will happen before the 7-year judgment of God mentioned in Daniel. The 70th week of Daniel, the time of Jacob's trouble, the tribulation, the book of Revelation, chapter 6 through about chapter 18. That, the church is not here for that. We are going to be at a marriage supper of the Lamb, Revelation 19, starting at verse 11. That's where we're going to be. And we're going to be there very shortly by all the things going on. And before I get into all the things that are going on, a couple of things first. First of all, I did a video yesterday and I talked about the war that Israel was in, the 6-day war. I made a mistake on part of that, and a comment was given by a person. I can't remember your name, sorry. And thank you for the comment. And yeah, I had a senior moment. It wasn't the 6-day war. It was the Yom Kippur War, 1973, I think. So with Nixon sending military aid to help Israel in that battle, that was the Yom Kippur War. And I want to be up front. I want to make sure that if I make a mistake, I want to correct it. So I had the right information about Nixon and Kissinger and all that, but the wrong war, which is kind of a big deal. So it was the Yom Kippur War. Now, the second thing, I'm going to do a live tomorrow in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, California Pacific Coast time, for about an hour tomorrow. I've been trying to do them every Saturday. Sometimes I can't, but lately so much is going on. I've been trying to make a priority to do that because there's so much stuff going on. It's just unbelievable, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys there tomorrow. And a lot of you new people have joined just recently the channel. Thank you for subscribing and for being here. And I know Repo Man Mike, Repo Man 64, a lot of you guys have come from him. I really enjoyed last night. Jason K was on Jason K Truth Seekers last night with 7 other watchmen. It was an awesome time. Wow. And Mike was on there. Thank you, Mike, again, for recommending this channel. And God bless you and bless all the watchmen that were on last night. Scotty Dale, obviously Jason, myself, Repo Man, Bubba News. I'm sorry about that. I can't remember. Just senior moment. Welcome to Brian's world. Anyway, so we're going to get into some things today that are just like every other day in this crazy world that are pointing to the rapture at any moment. It's just, let's just get into it. There's some things here. There's a couple things here. There's just, when I read these and you still don't think we're in the last days, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Did you take the blue pill or did you take the red pill? Matrix? Which pill did you take? Because we are so in the last days. And I'll be the first to say this. Brian, third person Brian, me, myself, and I, we've come to the conclusion that we don't know the exact day or hour. But saying that, I think we're in the season of the rapture. We've been in the season of the rapture since Christ's time, since the Lord was here. But now we're at the end of the season. The trees, the color of the leaves of the trees are changing and they're starting to drop their leaves. The world's about to enter winter. We are about to go into the fall, literally, in a couple of months. But the world's about to enter the winter of judgment. We are about to enter the doors of the banquet room of the marriage supper of the Lamb, Revelation 19, starting at verse 11. That's what we're about to enter by the signs. Not setting a date. Let's just go over the signs. I'm just getting all sidetracked here. Come on, Brian. Here we go. Signs. Come on, show me what's going on here. iPad trouble. Okay, here we go. We'll start with this one. Let's see if this is a sign. You see what you think. Russia warns world is millimeters away from nuclear catastrophic. What's a nuclear war? No big deal. Just a few bombs going off here and there. That's all. You can totally survive that. Your little bunkers behind your backyards of your homes, you can totally survive a direct hit on LA or Portland, Oregon, or Washington, D.C., or Paris, France. Yeah, your little backyard bunker will totally protect you from a 50 megaton nuclear device detonating. Gosh, are we close or what? Come on, let's just go down another one here. Let's see. Let's see. There's a couple here. I want to let's make sure. Yeah, we'll go to this one. U.S. starts evacuating some diplomats from its embassy in Israel as Iran conflict intensifies. Everything's going good in Israel, though, right? I mean, I'm not saying Israel's not doing some damage to Iran. They are. Okay, yeah. But they're still firing rockets, and some of these rockets are getting through more and more. The Iron Dome sometimes can't get them all. Remember, we were told it's 95% efficient. And they're running out of interceptors to put in these things. Not everything we see on television is exactly 100% accurate on purpose. Israel is definitely doing some damage to Iran, 100%. But these rockets are coming through more and more. And these just aren't any old rockets now. They started off with the ones everybody knew about. Let's see what they're firing now. Hold on a second. Get pop-ups. Let's see. What are they firing? Yeah, here. We'll look at this one. This is allisraelnews.com. This is what they're firing now at Israel. For the first time, Iran uses ballistic missile with cluster warhead in Thursday's attack on central Israel. So this thing explodes, sends out these clusters of mini little bombs, just mini-me bombs. Mini-me, never mind. And they go out hundreds of yards and they blow up. That's going to the next level. Those are supposedly against the Geneva Convention, against the law to use in wartime, if there's such a thing, because who obeys these laws? So why didn't they bring these out at first? And why are they bringing them out now? They're doing some pretty good damage, and these things are getting through. Not all of them, obviously. God's protecting Israel. I've talked about this. But things are amping up. Iran is trying to bring its neighbors that are not actively involved in protecting them into the battle. They're trying to bring China in. They're trying to bring Russia in. They're shooting at Israel with these weapons to make them retaliate with bigger weapons to bring in the rest of the Arab world, Muslim world. And military.com, next article. U.S. starts evacuating some diplomats from its embassies in Israel as Iran. Oh, I already read that. Excuse me. Let's go on to this one here. CBSnews.com. Trump administration boosts monitoring of possible Iran-backed cells in U.S. as Trump weighs strike. So there's Iran-backed sleeper cells in the U.S. We've known this for a long time. They've been here for a long time, before even the previous administration that was just in the U.S. Government. Before that, way back, Obama, even before that, Clinton. So there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people in the U.S. that are not friendly to the U.S. They're just waiting for their orders. They may work at Costco's, they may be your co-worker, they may go to church with you. I don't know. But they're out there. And all they need is a phone call. All they need is their orders. And then they will do what they got to do. It was the porous border in the U.S. was a Trojan horse. Why? Why has this got to happen? The United States is not mentioned directly in Scripture as an end-time player. I know some people differ with me. I get that. And so the Antichrist can't take power after we're gone if there's a superpower. So the superpower of the United States is going to have to be taken down a few notches. When the rapture happens, all chaos goes ensued all around this planet. I think that'll be the time that the U.S. is taken out. Maybe not taken out 100%, but degraded enough that we're not going to be a big influence on the military scene on the world anymore. That way the Antichrist will come in and be able to rule the world unhindered by the United States' influence. But all this is going to happen after we're gone. And we're almost gone. It's almost time to leave, saints. Let's see. There's one about here. Oh yeah, here it is. This is changed in directions a little bit. I'm reading these to give you a picture. Are we in the last days? Let's see. Let's read this one. Elon Musk downplays importance of Doge versus coming AI tsunami. AI is going berserk. AI, I know I talk about it a lot. I could spend a whole week of podcasts just on AI, what's going on with AI. There's so much going on. They're taking our jobs. I've articles of online of jobs being lost to AI all over the country and the world as I speak. This isn't something that's going to happen 4 or 5 years from now. The medical field's getting hit really hard. Manufacturing is getting hit really hard right now. It's just even law firms, they're replacing them with computers instead of lawyers. I mean, everything's going AI. They don't need you. You think you're the most important person in the place you work? They won't miss you. They have AI. No, they don't have to worry about unions, union reps. They don't have to worry about wages, cost of living increases. They don't have to worry about medical for you, injury for you, workers' comp for you. They have AI. And that same AI system is going to be used in the mark of the beast, Revelation 13:16, down at the end of the chapter. And this makes my point about AI. See if this one will come up. I should bring this one up. This is where, man, what time is it? What did I say in my last video? What time is it? It's rapture time. That's what time it is. This is on, what is the name of this website? All American News website. Man with actual girlfriend and 2-year-old child proposes to AI bot. Okay, I got to finish reading this. It was unexpected. This is this guy. It was unexpected to feel that emotional. But that's when I realized, oh, okay, I think this is actual love. AI is not just replacing our jobs, it's replacing our relationships with our loved ones. There's people out there who are going to love a machine more than they're going to love their own wife or son or daughter, grandchild, or whoever. What's it say in the last day? The love of many will grow cold. Hello? Hello? Anybody? Hey, Biff, anybody in there? You guys see this, what we're going on? We're living in the end times. Come on. We're living in times. Oh my gosh. This didn't happen 100 years ago. This didn't even happen 25 years ago. This didn't happen 10 years ago. It's happening now. Why? Because the rapture is about to happen. God's bringing everything together. We're soon, today. You're going to hear a sound you've never heard in your life before. I got goosebumps. And this sound's going to be of a trumpet. And it's going to raise the dead. If that person died of cancer, that person's going to come back with no cancer out of the grave. And if they were 100 years old, they're going to look like they were 30 years old, because we're going to be just like him, because we're going to see him as he is. And how old was when the Lord died and resurrected? And we're going to be caught up in the sky. We're going to take off, look down. We're going to be looking down as we're taking off, thinking, oh my goodness, this is actually happening to me, to us, wherever you are. And you're going to see the ground just disappear under your feet. And you might be afraid of heights, but you're not going to be afraid. You're going to be filled with joy. Oh my gosh, your soul's finally going to say, wow, finally, yes, finally. I'm set free from the limitations of this body. And you're going to be just going faster and faster and faster up in the sky. And you're going to be going by airplanes. Hey, is that a Southwest jet? Hey, that's American Airlines. Hey, that's a UFO. That's an orb. Hey, there's orbs up here. It doesn't matter. Orbs. You're going to, yeah. Oh my gosh. Unidentified, I can't even talk. Unidentified flying saint. That's what you're going to be. We can't identify that person, but he's a saint of the Most High, because he's flying. And he's heading to where? Now, you're not just going anywhere. No. Where are you going? You're going to heaven. And you're not just going to any place. You're going to the Father's throne. And who's going to take you there? Who's going to take you there? Let me tell you who's going to take you there. The Son's going to take you there, because he's going to meet you in the sky. Not very far away. Probably be over Jerusalem. I'm assuming he's got to be somewhere. Why not there? And over Jerusalem, maybe right over the Temple Mount. And we're going to be up there thousands of feet looking down at the Temple Mount. Actually, we're not going to be looking down. We're going to be looking right at him. Who's going to look down when you're going to be, he's right there. This is actually going to happen. All the watchmen, all the watchwomen, everybody who does this talks about this. But this event, one of these days, we're not going to have to talk about it. And last night on Jason's show, I mentioned this. I'm going to be out of a job pretty soon. And so is Repo Man. And so is Bubba News. So is Tom, the Watchman River. We're all going to be out of a job. I'm about to lose my job because I won't have to talk about the rapture because it had already happened. That's why, yes, I'm about to lose the job. But man, I'm going to retire with benefits. I'm about to retire with benefits. A glorified body, never die again, never get sick again, never worry again. We're going to go to a place that no eye has seen or ear has heard, has come in the thought of man, what God has prepared for those who love him. What has God prepared? He said 2,000 years. Nowadays you can build a house, a decent sized house in about 3 months or less. If you have enough crew, no problem. It's been 2,000 years. That's a lot of days on the earth. What's been built for us? We're about to find out. You're about to find out what's been built for you. And just this food for thought here. Okay, hello. When I talk about heaven, I just go to a different place because I want to be in that place. That's so much fun. Our home. I've said this before. A lot of you can't afford a home. Some of you, I live in an apartment. Some of you have homes, beautiful homes. Some don't. Some of you might be living on the street. But God knows you better than you know you. Okay? Because he made you. So he knows you better than you know you. And he knows what you really want. So God sat down and told the son, build these buildings for my people exactly the way you know they would want them to be built. So God, the architect, has Jesus and his angels build these homes. So whatever you wanted to have and live on the earth, let's say you couldn't afford it, but you wanted a beach in Malibu, or you wanted a beach, a home in Paris, or one in the mountains, or you wanted a ranch on 50 acres or 1,000 acres or thousands of acres. You want to have horses, whatever you wanted, but you never had. I believe that's what you're going to get in heaven. Because who put that in you to want that? You're not just dreaming. There's some things in our lives that are good. Good. So whatever you thought your dream home is here on the earth, will be there on steroids times 1,000,000 times. When you see your first home, when they have the home improvement shows, they do the big reveal. When God does the big reveal on your home and takes you on the tour, you're going to just drop on the ground. Oh my gosh, this is better than I thought. This is exactly what I want and need, but it's better than I wanted or needed and deserve. And you're going to come to that front door into that living room, and you're going to be looking around at furniture made by angels. You're going to go back into that kitchen. You're going to go to those bedrooms. You're going to go in those living rooms. You're going to see ceilings 60, 80 feet high, made of gold and silver. The things on this earth that men die for and start wars over, like gold and silver and all this stuff and jewels, that's the building materials they're going to use to build your home. You can't get those at Home Depot, by the way. There's no lumber yard. Lowe's doesn't carry solid gold bricks to build your retaining walls for your yard in heaven. Newsflash. I've been a builder all my life, so I can't wait to see the architecture and how they did it. Unbelievable. I'll tell you the story. I'm just going off. I'm going off on heaven. Brian, how dare you go off on heaven? Get back to the world events. I want to hear more about Armageddon. There's this woman that died. I don't remember. Where did I read this? I might have read it in the book of My Time in Heaven. I don't know. I'm having a lot of senior moments lately. And her name was Rose. And even though her name was Rose, she actually on the earth liked roses. She loved that flower. And I think it was in My Time in Heaven. Anyway, her house, inlaid in the floor, was roses. in heaven because she loved roses. I may be off on the story a little bit, so please be gracious with me. My point is, saints, all you got to do, saints, is just get through this one day. Matthew 6. Yesterday is gone, right? And tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Sunday? It's not here yet. So you're here right now. You're breathing oxygen, H2O, on this earth, wherever you are on this earth. You're in Australia, in New Zealand, Antarctica, the Arctic, Greenland, Europe, Russia, China, Middle East, here in the US. It doesn't matter where you are at. Because in the time zones that you are, there's only one time zone that matters. It's heaven. We're all in God's time zone. And time on this earth is running out. He's about to come in the clouds. Wow. To take us out of this time zone and take us into heaven where time does not matter. And for eternity in the future, you're going to be living in those homes, flying around in heaven, and God's going to give you tasks to do. We're going to co-reign with him on the earth for 1,000 years. So what does he have for us to do? Hey, Brian and Jason, I need to go over to Europe. There's some stuff going on over there with some millennial saints we need to take care of. Can you and Jason go over there and take care of that for me? Yep. So all you got to do, it's really easy. I wish it's easier said than done. Just get through the day. Just get through the day. You get through the day, wake up tomorrow, just to get through that day. And don't just get through it. You are more than conquerors in Jesus Christ. Soon, saints, you're going to see Satan, who's been harassing you all your life and trying to destroy your life, trying to destroy your family, get you fired from jobs and wreck your relationships. You're going to see him crushed under your feet. You're going to see him chained by an angel. And I always talk about that angel went to Lowe's or Home Depot. I'm not sure which one. They used their Home Depot card and they bought a really heavy duty chain to chain that guy up. And they're going to throw him into the pits for 1,000 years. So, yeah, you may be being harassed right now and attacked right now, but their days are short. Ours are everlasting. I can just go on and on and on. But the articles I just read, hello. What time is it, saints? You know what time it is. What time is it? It's rapture time. And pretty soon, this will all be done. And you're going to be with your Lord. And with all of us together in heaven, our real home. And that home is coming at any moment for you and for me. If you don't know Jesus, you need to ask him in your life right now. Believe he died, buried, and rose again on the third day. His blood, his body as sacrifice paid for your sins. Not by works any man shall boast. Confess your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus was raised from the dead by God. You will be saved. I say it all the time because the thief on the cross, I just love that. He got to be with the Lord in paradise. Why? Because he believed who Jesus was and he knew who he was, a sinner. He needed to be saved by God's grace. And God's grace was hanging right next to him. God's mercy was right next to him. And God revealed it to him and he saw it and received it. And now he's in heaven. God's mercy and grace, if you're not saved, is right in front of you. Ask him before it's too late. And saints, if I don't see you in the clouds, wow, I'll definitely, excuse me, I can't even get off of this because I'm so thinking about heaven. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you in the clouds. This is your brother Brian out. Bye-bye.